All right, how we doing mid-faculty? Once again, I'm Mike, your friendly neighborhood instructional designer, and I am here today to give you a brief course of instruction on the Google Slides add-on known as Pear Deck. Now, before we kick the tires and light the fires on how to use Pear Deck, let's review our learning objectives. By the end of this video lesson, you should be familiar with the capabilities of Pear Deck, understand how to incorporate those capabilities, and lastly, understand your options for implementing Pear Deck into your courses. So what exactly is Pear Deck? Pear Deck is an add-on for Google Slides, which allows the instructor to develop interactive slide decks that enable students to respond to a variety of prompts while the slideshow is in progress. This promotes community-based learning in your courses and allows the instructor to track in real time which students are and are not understanding the material. What is also really cool about Pear Deck is that it comes with pre-built slides, but they can easily be customized and tailored to meet your course content. So without further delay, let's build a slideshow with Pear Deck. So first, we will open up Google Slides and select a blank slideshow. Now, if you don't have Pear Deck already, you will have to get it added to your Google account, which can be done by clicking first on Add-ons and then Get Add-ons. And then at this screen, you can search for Pear Deck if you need to. Now, since I already have it, I can just go up to Add-ons, and it'll be in my drop-down list. Open Pear Deck add-on. And now I'm ready to start working with it. Now, if you look over to the right, you will see that there are 6 options for interactive slides. You can still have standard slides in your presentation that only consist of text and images, just like any other presentation slide. But any interactive slide will be designed around one of these 6 core elements. Now, if you look up to the top, you will see that there is a repository of pre-built slides. These include a variety of options for all types of lessons, so let's add one. We'll look at some beginning of lesson slides. And we'll choose what did you learn from the homework? This is a text slide. Now you can customize this slide completely. You can move the image around, you can change the text, you can change the background. It's literally just like any other slide. The only caveat to this is that this bar down here needs to remain in place in order for this to be a text slide. Now what this means when I say text slide is the student will be able to respond to this slide by typing up text, which I will show you in an example slideshow that I've built. Now again, remember the text slide is not the only option to go with. There are 5 others. And so now we will look at a drawing slide. So again, this is highly customizable if you want to have your students actually respond by drawing something, say a diagram or writing out a math equation. Whatever you want to do, the sky's the limit. This is the slide for it. Again, you just need to make sure that you keep this bar in place and you can customize it as you like. Now, remember, these are templates that are pre-built. If we go back, we can just set up a slide as a draggable or a drawing or a text or whatever, a multiple choice question, and then you can completely format it from scratch. You don't have to use these pre-built slides in order to do that. So now let's move on. I have a pre-built slideshow that we will look through that'll look at all 6 of these types of elements. All right, so now that we've went over how to develop a Pear Deck slide deck, now we're going to go over what it's going to look like for the instructor as opposed to the student. On the left-hand side is the instructor view. This is what you'll see as the instructor. And on the right-hand side is what the student will see. So let's get started. Go up to Present Lesson. And it's going to give us a code to input at joinpd.com. So as the student, we'll go up to joinpd.com. And then we will input that code. And they'll click skip. The instructor will click start lesson, and now the instructor and the student can both see that first slide. And this is what it's going to look like for each of them. So, as the student, I can answer this question. What do you want to know about spaceflight? This is a text slide. And then once text has been input, the instructor can look at show responses. Down here. And they can see what their students are writing. Now, there's only one student in the class right now, so normally this would be populated with all their answers instead of just one. So next we will go to a multiple choice slide. So when did Apollo 11 land on the moon? Well, that was July 24th, 1969. All right. So again, the instructor can click on Show Responses, and they will see one student has answered A, July 24th, 1969. All right, moving on to a number slide. So here, how far away do you think Mars is from the Earth? Well, I don't know much about spaceflight, so I'm just going to say it's 5 miles. Show responses. And this will show a running list of all the students and what number they input. So for instance, I put in 5. There's only one student, so you will have one single red dot for 5. If you had 5 students and they put in various information, those would appear all over this number line here. So we will move on to the next. All right, now this is really cool. This is a website slide. So does NASA use their website to communicate effectively? Take a moment to review it. And as you can see, the student can see the slide here, and then they can see nasa.gov here, and they can actually scroll through the website separately and see what it has to offer. That's really cool. Okay, and this is a drawing slide. So in this case, on the left-hand side, draw a rocket engine, and on the right, draw a lunar lander. So I'm not a really good drawer, but I can come over here. I can pick my color. We'll go green, and there we go. There's the green. Make a green rocket engine. We'll pretend that's a rocket engine. And then over here will be a lunar lander. Look out, Picasso. All right. So that's a drawing slide. Pretty simple. And last one, here we have a draggable. So in this case, Neil Armstrong traveled to which of these celestial bodies? Drag the dot to the correct answer. So it says dot, but in this case, I use the flag icon. So we click on that. Whoop, there we go. And we can move that around. Did he land on Mars? No. Jupiter? Absolutely not. The moon? I'm thinking so. So we'll put that right there. And then again, the instructor can look over, click show responses, and they can see, all right, the flag was planted on the moon. So that student clearly gets the concept. Excellent. And now that's the last type of slide. So we will click end. End session. And then the student can review here. How did it go? So that's pretty much it. That's presenting a lesson. So thanks for checking that out. Now we're going to move on and look at just a few more concerns. All right, to wrap things up, there are 2 elements we need to take under advisement: accessibility and applicability. Pear Deck on its own is not accessible and will have to be made so just the same as any other slideshow, including adding alt text, ensuring color contrast is a high enough ratio, adding captions to any recordings, etc. As for applicability, this works best in a classroom, but can be used in an online environment, but pairs better with the face-to-face course. Also, the major feature of tracking student progress is only available in the premium version. The free version, however, will let you present the lesson and you can see how many students are in the course, but not who or which student is providing answers. On the bright side, though, Pear Deck is mobile friendly, so if a student doesn't have their laptop or computer available to them, they can use their phone and it works just fine. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching my review and tutorial of Pear Deck. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the online learning department. Have a good one.